Today, I'm sharing my technique of how I remove corn kernels from the cob, which will be useful for cooking and making snacks. I have 3 fresh corn here with the husk intact. First, cut off the stem to remove the husk easily. It is a bit hard, so press it down with the knife. Hold the stem and pull off the husk. Now the thin layer of the husk is left. Flip the corn, grab the husk together with the corn silk. Pull it downward and tear it off. Repeat until all the husk and corn silk is removed. Do the same for the rest of the corn. Alright, the kernels and now can be extracted. If you use the knife to slide the kernel off the cob like this, the shape of the kernel will be damaged and it will become very messy. I am breaking the corn into half. Press the kernel down with your thumb and it will fall off from the cob. We can continue doing this until kernels are all removed. However, when a certain layer is reached, it will be more difficult to press it down with the thumb. See the straight line of the kernel here? Use this line as a guide and place the knife down until it reaches the cob. Gently move the knife to loosen the kernel. Once the whole row of kernels is loosened, remove the knife and place it down in the line next to it. Gently move the knife to loosen the other side of the kernel as well. Angle the knife toward the loosened kernels row and push it upward. See, the row of corn kernel is easily removed. Now we have an empty space to freely remove the corn kernels. Press it down with your thumb and all kernels will be detached from the cob. By doing this, the corn kernel will still be in a good shape and will not be damaged. Caution, always break the corn into half when doing this, so we have a good and firm grip when cutting the row of kernels. It is not recommended to do this with the whole corn, as it can easily slip and hurt yourself. At the end of the cob, the kernels are not in line, it is quite scattered, so I will use a knife to cut it from the cob. A small amount should be okay, as it's quite difficult to push it out from the cob. We will repeat the same with the rest of the corns. Sometimes, the corn kernels are not in a straight line. When it happens, use a screwdriver to poke inside the corn cob and push it upward to break it to smaller pieces to easily remove the kernels, piece by piece. Alright, I have completed all removing the corn kernels from the cob. See the fresh and beautiful corn kernel shape. This is good for making delicious corn in cup to cook with fried rice or to freeze for later use. Thank you for watching. Please like and share if you enjoyed this video. This is Home Cooking with Somjit. Thank you and bye bye.